Hello and welcome to this short video on the range of degrees we have in global business at DCU. So my name is Dr. Marty Riley and I'm the Programme Director across this suite of international double degree programmes. So some important points to note about this degree is that it's a double degree in that students will spend 2 years studying in Ireland and then 2 years abroad in a partner university. So we have a range of 5 degrees. We have global business France, Germany, Spain, US and Canada. Where students will spend the first 2 years of their study in Ireland, including a work placement in year 2 of the programme, and they will then complete their studies during years 3 and 4 abroad in the partner university, where they will also take a second work placement option during years 3 or 4. So it's quite a unique degree programme in that students, upon successful completion of the programme, will graduate with an honours degree from DCU and also the equivalent from that partner university. So it offers an exciting opportunity and quite an immersive experience for students looking to live, study and work abroad. And in the case of France, Germany and Spain, to develop the language competencies in that target language, to develop also the business skills which accompany this language competency. So over this short video, I'm going to show some details on academic structures in place, the careers which students opt to, and then also some information on further details around the partner university schools and how the degree is actually structured. So at this point, I will start sharing the PowerPoint slides. So we have some additional details on those as well. Okay, so in this first slide here, we have the list of IPBS partner universities. So the degree is set up in conjunction on reciprocal arrangements with a number of partner universities across the globe. In the case of global business at DCU, we have partnerships with universities in Germany, so ESB Business School. In France, we have Neoma Business School. In Spain, we have ECADE. And in North America, we have Brock University in Canada, and then in the US, Northeastern University in Boston, and the University of San Diego in California. A quick snapshot of the points associated with this course. So we've seen last year on France, it was 495, in Germany, 440, on Spain, 501, on the US links, it was 578. And on Canada at 566. So a quick overview, I suppose, of the schools, and again, there is more detail on these in the very last slide if you look at the website for IPBS partners. So we have Neoma, so situated in Reims, and a lot of students will do their work placement in Paris while studying here, and find it's a nice experience in that they're relatively close to Paris as well. In terms of Germany, we have ESB, so one of the top ranked schools in Germany, so based in Reutlingen. A lot of students will tend to do their work placements in Stuttgart and also quite close to Frankfurt as well. So the convenience of travel is quite useful for students. For Spain, we have ECADE, based in central Madrid. So again, a very well recognized international business school. With a lot of students opting to stay on in Spain after actually completing their degree program. For US, firstly we have in Boston, Northeastern University, so a university well renowned for their work experience options and have a lot of contacts within the local region for students to find options to work in many multinationals within the region. One of our newer links then is the University of San Diego. So again, a very attractive option to live and to work in California for 2 years. So it's again among our newer options, and we're hoping to build this up over the next few years. Finally, we have Canada, so Brock University, based in St. Catharines. So St. Catharines is about an hour and 30 minutes drive from Toronto. It's within the Niagara region, so actually quite close to Niagara Falls, and again, a well-established business school, where students tend to seek out work placements either in the local Niagara region or to move to Toronto for a few months to do their work placements there. So in terms of the structure of the program, for first and second year at DCU, this includes a 4 to 6 month work placement. So this is done in year 2 of the program. We've recently conducted a very significant curriculum review where we brought in additional modules which help shape students' ability to do well in work placements, but also to get a good grasp of critical business concepts. So some of these modules include critical thinking for business and enterprise 101. In the case of France, Germany, and Spain, we're also developing new blended approaches for language learning, which will enable students to get a greater grasp of language competency prior to traveling abroad and living in the second country during years 3 and 4. So there's also a work placement within years 3 or 4 in the country that students go to, so be that either France, Germany, Spain, or Canada, and they will have options to specialise in 4th year of the program. So options such as finance, marketing, HRN, entrepreneurship, etc., are offered across the partner schools and allow students to focus more in terms of the final year of the study. So an example of the academic structure in place on year 1 of the program, so this applies to the US link, and we have year-long modules such as Enterprise 101, Critical Thinking, and Digital Innovation, Creativity and Enterprise. In addition to this, we have the split of Semester 1 and Semester 2 modules. So these include broader business disciplines such as macroeconomics, law, IT skills, the global business environment, and then in Semester 2, financial accounting, introduction to microeconomics, American political system, marketing, and principles of finance 1. So we're currently reviewing these structures again and ensuring that they remain relevant and that students are being equipped with the requisite skills to do well in the rest of their studies, but also subsequent to graduating from the degree. In the case of France, Germany, or Spain, there would also be an emphasis on language options within this. So this would take up about 30% of their modules, where they would be taking language modules around French, but also around, for example, French culture and society, or the equivalent in the case of the Spanish or German links. So looking at where our students typically end up after graduating, and we see a large number of students working within multinationals across the globe. Many students opting to stay in the country where they completed their studies. So we have a lot of students, for example, in Germany, also in Spain, and a lot of them will look at European roles, for example, within the EU or within the large 4 consultancy firms. So a lot of students tend to go into careers in finance afterwards, so they will look at opportunities available within multinationals. So in addition to achieving the BA honours degree from DCU, students will also gain the equivalent from that partner university. So here's an example of the qualifications available across the partner schools in this slide and the next slide here as well. So here are some contact details. So we have general queries around the business school, so opportunities to follow up on any queries you have there. If you have any queries relating specifically to the global business degree, you can please contact my colleague Margaret, who assists in running the program and should be able to answer any questions or queries you have. For more detail on the partner universities, there's details on the website here. So this is for IPBS, or the International Partnership of Business Schools, where you'll be able to get an overview of the various business schools which we partner with across each of our degrees. So that concludes the short presentation, and I hope you guys found it useful in terms of looking at your options and opportunities for degree programs and particularly at DCU. Take care.